So, this is episode number 2 of our series How to Set Goals and Actually Achieve Them. So, this episode is purely based on breaking down your goals. In the first one, we have talked about the power of clarity, why clarity matters, and how do you gain the clarity about your goals and the things that you want to achieve. In this one, we'll break down your goals into smaller, manageable steps. So let's just start by a simple example. Imagine a mountain, imposing, steep, and towering over you, like too tall, Mount Everest or something like that. You want to reach to the top. You want to reach to the summit, but that seems impossible in the first place. Like you are at the bottom and you want to reach to the top. That seems impossible, right? The top is too far, right? The climb is obviously going to be treacherous. But here's the thing, you don't conquer a mountain, it's just one leap. You don't necessarily can jump right to the summit. You have to take one step at a time. And just like that, every massive goal can be broken into smaller, manageable steps. You cannot run 1,000 miles in just one step. You cannot spread your legs to 1,000 miles. That's a weird example, but still, that makes sense. You cannot spread your legs to 1,000 miles. You have to take one step, then another, then another, and then another, and you just continuously take steps. And that's how you reach to your massive goal. So, you have already gained the clarity. So now it's time to break it down, because clarity without action is just a dream. Now you have a clear goal, what you want. But if you don't take any kind of actions, then that's just a dream. And if you have clarity and you have structure, that's where you achieve the power. That's the power. So now, let's just break your goals down. So the process includes of 4 simple steps. Step number 1, define milestones. Every big, massive goal is made up of smaller goals. These are your milestones. Think of them as like the checkpoint along your journey. So you make sure that you are reaching or you are going towards that particular direction. Small accomplishment shows that you are moving forward. So let's say, for example, your goal is to run a marathon, a massive goal, right? But if you start by aiming for, let's just say, 5K or maybe a 10K, you're not just working towards a marathon, you're celebrating the victories along the way. Same with the money. If you want to make $1,000 a month, start with a simple goal of making $100 a month, or maybe $200 online, or maybe whatever you prefer to make from, like physical work, or maybe online is the goal that most people have because they want financial freedom. So I'm just taking that example. Same with every single thing that you're doing. If your goal is to do 1,000 push-ups, don't just say that I want to do 1,000 push-ups in a month or maybe in a week. Start by small. Start by smaller goals, that I want to complete like maybe 100 push-ups this hour, or maybe in 2 hours, or maybe in 3 hours. That's like a really extreme goal, to have 1,000 push-ups in just 1 week. That's extreme. But if you don't want necessarily to complete these kinds of goals, then just break it down, define milestones, have small checkpoints to know that you are going along to the journey. You are not just going on very wrong direction. So have checkpoints along the way. Then step number 2 is create actionable steps. Once you've got your milestone, break those down even further. These are your daily, or let's just say weekly steps, that actions that you can take right now. It's the difference between saying I want to get fit and saying I'll go to the gym 3 times a week. First is vague, second is actionable, right? Second is like really actionable. I'll go to the gym 3 times a week. And the one is I want to get fit. It does not have clarity. It does not have any kind of actionable stuff or anything like that. Second one is clear. So actionable steps gives you a direction. They are roadmap to keep you moving forward, even on the toughest days. Like you have to be the David Goggins, the man who can perform in the rain, because any motherfucker can perform when the sun is shining. That's a good quote to have on your wall. So the third step is prioritize and schedule. So with your actions in place, prioritize and schedule them. This is crucial. So you have a goal, that is great, but life is busy. You have your own stuff to do. Like maybe you are into a corporate job, 9 to 5, or maybe you're in college, maybe in school. So it's really hard to find some sort of time to accomplish your goal. Maybe you are creating a course or writing an ebook or just working on some hustle like e-commerce or anything. So make time for each step as if it's an appointment that you can't miss, right? You have to have deadlines and you have to have the priorities. So when you schedule each step, you're just not wishing for success. you're actually planning for it. And the fourth step is track your progress. Tracking progress is genuinely a game changer. Every time you check off a step, you're building momentum and reminding yourself that you are moving closer to your goal. And tracking lets you look back and see how far you have came. And on the hard days, that reminds you to push forward and keep going. Like genuinely. Actually, when you sit down and you have a hard day, you have a tough day, you sit down and you think that maybe nothing seems to work out, I'm not gaining any kinds of subscribers, or maybe I'm not getting any kinds of sales, and then you look back on your progress chart or your progress report and you see that 6 months back you used to work just an hour a day, and now you work 5 hours a day or maybe 6 hours a day, or for some extreme guys it's 8 hours a day, 8 hours a day. And now you are gaining a lot more stuff, like you are gaining more and more insights, or maybe you're getting more and more impressions, clicks and everything. So it seems like genuinely that you are progressing, and that will help you keep going forward. So remember, every big goal can be broken down. Every summit can be reached one step at a time. The path to success isn't a sprint, it's a journey to deliberate, focused action. And breaking it down, you've already started the climb. So, if you're anywhere interested in starting your own business by creating your own digital product, then I have got you an interesting thing. I've got a course on how to create your digital product for absolute beginners. From starting to end, from marketing to creating your digital product, I'll teach you every single thing with dozens of resources. So, if you want to join that, then there's a link in the description to the Skillshare classes. See you there.